Welcome to the section of one of the most popular and fast-growing areas of humanity, journalism and mass communication. It is hardly a surprise how media in the last few years has grown to be one of the most influential platforms for everyone in the society. Thanks to social media, now anyone can be a journalist. However, that doesn't take away the fact that one needs to have a professional training in order to excel in the field and be able to uphold the tenets of journalism. It is said that journalism is the first draft of history. Journalism is concerned with the collection and dissemination of news through the print media as well as the electronic media. This involves various areas of work like reporting, writing, editing, photographing, broadcasting or cablecasting news items. Journalism includes investigating, analyzing and reporting local as well as world events, trends, current affairs and so on. Some of the famous journalists of India includes Ravish Kumar, Arnab Goswami, Barkha Dutt, N. Ram, Siddharth Vardarajan, P. Sainath, M.J. Akbar, Malini Parthasarathy, Madhu Trehan, Shireen Bhan and Amu Joseph, to name a few. Let's kickstart this section with types of journalism. Now there are three major classifications in journalism which are based on the media's use: print journalism, electronic journalism and new media journalism. Now let us take a look at each of them. Print journalism. Journalism began as a print media and remained as such until the invention of radio and television in the 20th century. Print journalism is the practice of collecting, writing, editing and presenting news. Newspapers, magazines and journals are some of its examples. Print media is generally an easy and affordable medium to advertise and effectively spreads awareness within a specific geographical area. Print media allows for easy budgeting and expense management. On the other side, because print media involves production, information requires a lead time before it ever reaches the readers. Our fast-changing world might make that knowledge obsolete by the time it appears on the page and reaches the audience doorstep. Print can only reach its audience when it is distributed through an infrastructure that requires vehicles and people, which costs money. After you read printed media, you are left with the material that you need to throw away. This causes waste and raw material. In print journalism, one can work as an editor, a reporter, a columnist, a correspondent, to name a few. Electronic journalism. Electronic journalism is a mixture of new communication opportunities that affect the entire new business. In other words, electronic journalism uses electronic means as a medium to spread the news. It includes working for radio and television. In electronic journalism, one can be a reporter, a writer, an editor, a researcher, a correspondent, and an anchor. News stories today can be received and discussed instantly by a worldwide audience, thanks to electronic journalism for that. New media, also known as digital journalism. The newer medium of the internet is referred to as new media. While there is nothing new about this medium anymore, the name has stuck due to its relative novelty. There is no clear definition of digital journalism. It is widely recognized as being any form of journalist content that is posted on the internet. It could be in text, audio or video form. And because it does not have to print and distribute content, it is much faster than traditional journalism. Blogging, writing or reporting for news websites like First Post, Huffington Post, Scroll, The Wire, etc. is considered to be new media journalism. It is a combination of both print and electronic journalism. For digital journalism, web traffic is God. That is why web journalists are expected to know about the workings of the search engines and the use of keywords. They have to be in tune with the trending topics and package the content in an accessible manner by using multimedia tools. While print journalists take pains to carefully frame headlines, a web journalist will think more in terms of the ease of discovery of a story. For a digital journalist, given that the content is consumed mostly on the 5-inch screen of a mobile phone, brevity is important. Now let's look at some specializations. There are various specializations in journalism. We can differentiate between the types of journalism as traditional form of journalism and upcoming ones. Some of the traditional forms of journalism are tabloid journalism, weather journalism, comic or graphic journalism, political journalism, and business journalism. In addition to this, there are also other types of journalism such as investigative, crime, and defense journalism, which are an integral part of the traditional journalism. Some of the branches of journalism that are seen to be new and upcoming are sports journalism, agricultural journalism, travel journalism, cultural journalism, and scientific journalism. In addition to this, there are also other types of journalism such as arts, celebrity, civic, community, education, lifestyle, fashion, and environmental journalism, which are upcoming in these fields. Moving on to the degrees offered in journalism. Mass communication and journalism can be pursued either at the graduate level or at postgraduate level. For a bachelor in journalism, the minimum requirement is grade 12 with any subject combination. The duration of journalism course is generally 3 years. There is no specific subject requirement to study journalism. Students from any stream can pursue this course after grade 12. Bachelor's program in journalism and mass communication combine classes in journalism, writing and communication. Students must complete both a broad liberal arts education and rigorous writing coursework. Degree courses usually require substantial expository writing. Heavy emphasis is typically placed on topics related to the media. Some course topics might include broadcast journalism, multimedia story coverage, fundamental of mass communication, ethical issues in public relations, television news writing, graphic design, film appreciation, and advertising copywriting. Many colleges in India offer a BA in journalism. Similarly, at the master's level, an MA or MS in communication are the degrees that are awarded. It is not mandatory to do a master's in journalism in order to get a job. In fact, the best way to learn journalism is by getting on the field. Those who want to get a better understanding of various communication theories, research techniques, and an in-depth knowledge of various other fields related to communication, a master's degree is advisable. Let's list out some of the top colleges for journalism. Among the many journalism colleges in India, there are only a few that have adequate curriculum in the field of journalism. With the advent of the new age journalism, selecting the best institute or college or for a successful career in journalism is important. Some of the top colleges that have a rigorous journalism curriculum as well as high quality placements are Lady Shri Ram College for Women, Christ James W University, Symbiosis Center for Media and Communication, Manipal School of Communication, and Madras Christian College. Now, let's look at some international universities for journalism studies. Almost all the countries offer courses in mass communication and journalism. However, the most revered courses are offered by the universities in the UK. The undergraduate courses are mostly 3 years long, just like India. Apart from this, UK also offers journalism studies in combination with other specializations such as psychology, English, linguistics, etc. Such courses are 4 years long. For admission to these courses, the students need to have a good relevant CV and impressive academic records. An IELTS score of more than 6.5 bands is also mandatory. Let us look at the best journalism universities in the UK. London School of Economics and Political Science, Goldsmiths University, King's College London, University of Leeds and Lancaster University. Other top colleges around the world are University of Southern California, USA, University of Texas, Austin, USA, University of California, Berkeley, USA, Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, City University, Hong Kong, University of Melbourne, Australia, etc. The skills required to become a journalist are an inquisitive nature, an investigative mind, an alert demeanor, being adaptive and tolerant of changing and difficult situations, having a good communication skills, having a good command over languages, being confident, being enthusiastic, being patient, having the ability to differentiate between fact and fiction, having the ability to adhere to deadlines, being sensitive to different views and lifestyles, and being interested to know about various fields such as politics, culture and religion, social and current affairs. Most often, people think journalism is all about writing well. Well, that is true. Most good professors tell that the course is also about a lot of reading. Good writing is developed only if you are an avid reader. Journalism is for people who are ready to explore various opportunities 24/7 without the constraints of cultural upbringing, gender, and are also ready to go beyond geographical boundaries. Moving on to a career option in journalism. Journalists can work as editors, reporters, columnists, correspondents, staff of freelance writers, photojournalists, proofreaders, news analysts, etc. in print, electronic, and internet media. Jobs directly related to the degree include broadcast journalist, editorial assistant, magazine journalist, newspaper journalist, press sub-editor, and publishing copy editor or proofreader. Jobs where the journalism degree would be useful includes advertising copywriter, information officer, market researcher, multimedia specialist, public relation officer, and content writer. In most cases, after completing the degree, a journalist starts as a general reporter. After several years of covering all different types of beats or areas like crime, politics, lifestyle, science, entertainment, sports, travel and food, culture, business, war, etc., one gains an expertise in any one of them. It is advisable to specialize in one of these areas to create a niche for oneself. Conclusion: as glamorous as it may sound, journalism involves a lot of travel, hard work, and people management, as deadlines and the story takes paramount importance. These days, more and more women are joining the media workforce, thereby dispelling the myth around the media not being safe for women. It was and still is one of the most powerful tools of rhetoric with growing opportunities and possibilities. With this, we come to the end of this section, Deep Dive Journalism and Mass Media Studies. Don't forget to refer to your reading material for in-depth information on colleges, admission processes, and more. See you in the next section.